Hello there and welcome to my channel. My name is Zumi. So today I'm going to be sharing with us on grocery shopping in Canada for newcomers and tips for getting budget-friendly deals. So I understand that many people that are coming into Canada are not coming with all the money in the world. Many have spent lots of money on processing their papers and their travel plans. So they even the issue of what to eat, where to stay, and all that is really bugging their minds. Considering the fact that I know the news is out there, okay, that the cost of living is high in Canada, this, that. So, but I'm hoping that by sharing some of the tips that I have been able to discover for myself, that it will help you to be able to use what you have to get what you need without having to break a bank. Yes. So I have been there and there are ways of getting around things. So just let your mind be at peace. You're going to make it. So first of all, as a first timer in Canada being the very first country outside Nigeria that I have visited. So I had this tendency of trying to match the prices of things in Canada with the prices I used to get them in Nigeria. So the very first time I went for grocery shopping, I maybe let's say I want to buy bread and I look at the price and it's about almost $3. I would get angry because when I calculate it, I find out that I'm as if I'm going to be spending up to maybe 600 or 700 naira to buy one loaf of bread. And then I would get angry and drop the bread and I would be like, okay, let me check another item. But all of them were, crazily expensive in my mind because I was using the Nigerian standard to measure how much it should be sold in Canada. So, and the one that makes me, laugh a lot is when I remember it is like I said, the very first time I went grocery shopping and we kept buying things and I was already getting angry when I was looking at the prices. And then we got to the time when I needed to buy chicken. And the price of the chicken, the pack of chicken I wanted to buy was almost $15. And I got angry. I was like, this pack is not even big with 6,000 naira, because I was like, okay, maybe there is almost about 6,000 naira if I convert this thing into naira. And I'm like, if I use 6,000 and go to the market, I will chatter all the meat in the market. I was so angry and I told my husband that I wasn't going to buy the meat, and we actually left without buying meat. But he kept advising me and he was like, you know what, if you're going to be calculating the price of everything in naira before you buy it, then it means you're going to go hungry. Are you now saying we're never going to eat meat in this country? So it was a very funny experience. So I'm just going to tell you up front, you're going to have that tendency, but don't even bother indulging in it because you will have to also have to outgrow it. It doesn't work that way. A standard of living is different and the way that things are done is different. So don't just bother traumatizing yourself by trying to measure Canada with what you have in Nigeria or wherever you're coming from. Okay, also, secondly, another thing that you will want to know is that you pay taxes on everything that you buy. So let's say you go to a shop and you buy your groceries, the food and foodstuff and everything you need, and you're thinking that, okay, this one is $5, this one is $2, okay, at the end of it all, I'm paying, let's say, $60. No, you're not going to be paying $60 because when you get there, they calculate a percentage of the price that you have bought and then the price of the goods you have bought and add it. So you might end up paying maybe up to $72. So you might want to know that if you are really working on a tight budget, so that maybe you don't end up feeling embarrassed when you get to the cashier and you want to pay and you realize that this is more than what you already budgeted. So everything you pay taxes on them, that's how it works. Even up to bottled water, anything whatsoever you buy, they will add tax to it for you. So another thing also that you want to take note of is that when you go shopping, especially when it comes to produce like fresh fruits, vegetables and all that, a lot of them are sold the prices that you see, the price tags you see will be per pound, the price per pound or per kg. So you might be thinking, wow, this is nice. So this whole pack of mangoes is let's say $4. That's a good deal. No, you might find out that the price you're looking at is per pound or per kg, unless they specifically say price per pack. So you don't want to end up carrying the whole shop and celebrating, yay, I got a good deal. And you go there, by the time they calculate, what you thought was maybe $4 ends up being maybe $10 or $11. So that's another thing you will want to take note of. So you just, they have scales that you can weigh if you want, but over time I generally get an idea that, okay, if I pick 2 or 3, it will be the range of maybe a pound or a kg or whatever, and that way I'm able to stay within the budget that I have in mind for that particular shopping trip. Okay, another thing I would say is this. Okay, in Toronto, because I live in the Toronto area, I shop at No Frills mostly, and I just try, for the purpose of this video, I just tried to check, and I found out that No Frills is actually Canada-wide. You can find it everywhere in Canada. So they have, I believe that they have very fair grocery prices, especially when compared to Walmart, Loblaws, Sobeys, and some other, brands that are out there, other shops that are out there. So especially on many products, not on every product, but especially when it comes to produce and also maybe some dry goods like maybe beans, sweet corn, and all those kind of things. So, and I would tell you this, they have a particular brand that they call brand name that really produces a wide range of products, and it's called No Name. That's No Frills has a brand of products that it manufactures that is called No Name. So and it's yellow. So you find out that maybe you want to buy chocolate beverage for your morning tea, beverage, and you are looking at Milo, you are looking at Ovaltine and all those brand names that people already know. And those ones may be costing up to, let's say, $5 or $6. But if you look at it, look for those same things in the no-name brand, you might get it for up to maybe $3 or less, And when I came newly, I just felt that no name was synonymous with poverty. I felt that, okay, it's only poor people that eat no name. But okay, thankfully, maybe things are not as tight for me now as they used to be when I moved into Canada. But I found out that I still enjoy a lot of no-name brand quality. As I enjoy a lot of their brands when it comes to different products, more than even the well-known brands. Okay, because for example, when things got better, after drinking no-name chocolate for a while, I said, okay, I think we can afford a Milo now, we cannot afford Ovaltine. And I tasted them, I didn't really like them. I was like, for me, I don't know about other people, but it wasn't even the same taste of the Milo back home in Nigeria and all that. It was tasting watery to me. So I found out that the no-name brand is very much closer to the Milo we are used to. So, and that's the same. So they have it in, maybe you want to buy paper towels, you want to buy cleaning liquid for cleaning your toilets and all that. Most of the things that you want to buy in No Frills, that they have different brands, you will see the no-name brand, and the no-name is always, very cheap and affordable. It may not always be up to the high quality, especially when it comes to paper towels and all those things. They may not be the best quality, but if you just need paper towel, if you just need tissue, and you can't afford to buy the ones that cost $10 per pack or whatever, then you have to go for no name, and it can serve the same purpose. So you have to cut your coat according to your size. Even till today, when I go shopping, a lot of my stuff that you see in my shopping cart, it's no name, and I'm not ashamed of it. At least I eat and then I save money. I don't have to spend all the money that I make on, food. So another tip I'll also give us here is for you to look out for Chinese grocery stores, because they have very good selection of produce. you are very likely to find some local stuff that you're already used to back home in Nigeria or in Africa, anywhere you are from in Africa. Things like cocoyam, cassava, yam, snail sometimes. Yes, you can get snails. Um, Granite, for the one that we normally boiled granite. Yes, you can get those type of granite for boiling, and many other stuff too. So the Chinese stores, they really carry a lot of variety when it comes to produce. And I would also say that I also found out that at least the Chinese store that I used to go to, they had good deals too when it comes to chicken, and their chicken used to be more flavorful, and their beef too and goat meat used to be more flavorful than the ones I normally get in No Frills or Walmart and all those things, because that was a major issue. When I cook food, I don't taste anything. It just feels like I'm eating paper. But having visited friends, and okay, I eat there, and the meat is very flavorful. Many of them ended up directing me to Chinese stores. So I'll be like, don't just focus on shopping in one place. No, look out for Chinese stores, and you might be surprised at some of the good deals you will have. So maybe as a starter, you can shop in No Frills, like I said, or you can check out Walmart another time. You can just do window shopping and compare prices. So that way you know where you can get the best deal for each type of product that you are looking for. Okay, so another thing is this, even especially when it comes to things like beef, goat meat, chicken, all those things, they can really be very expensive in the normal departmental stores, like, No Frills, Walmart, Sobeys. They can really, be very, very expensive. So what a lot of people do, like I came across people that advised me. They said that I should look out for like local meat shops. They have local meat shops, so you can actually Google for and look for local meat shops around in your area. So you can actually buy meat, any type of meat or fish you want, maybe in a box, and the prices are usually way better than what you can get in any other store out there. So, and also if you have Nigerian people around you or Africans around you that are interested in buying meat in bulk, sometimes what I and some other people used to do is we would contribute money together and buy maybe a whole cow or a whole goat, and they'll share it for us. The people will slaughter it and prepare it for us and pack it in boxes. So that way you save a lot of money. For example, when I used to buy goat meat from the Chinese store that was close to me, or maybe it was beef. Sometimes you get a big piece of beef, and you think is a good deal, but when you get home and open it, you find out that it's mostly fat. So one of the on one of the occasions I spent like $40, and then it meant a whole lot to me. And it was nothing to write home about. But when I was introduced to all these other, maybe going to buy it from the local meat stores or doing a joint contribution, I was able to get a half a box of beef for $50, and that lasted me a little over a month, considering the fact that I like meat. We eat meat a lot. So you can testify that that's a far better deal than just buying something you use once or twice for $40. And then you compare it with something that you can use continuously for maybe up to a month or more for $50 to $80. So I would really recommend it for those that want to go that route. Okay, so another thing I will also put out there is that you should take advantage of the cashback and price match and free grocery programs that your local grocery store offers. So for what I mean by that is sometimes, for example, No Frills and maybe Shoppers Drug Mart and some of these other shops, they have this program that they call PC Optimum. So you register for that program and they give you a card. So every week, they upload in new offers that if you buy from them, and it's the normal things you buy, but when you buy it, they give you points for buying from them. And when it adds up to 10,000 points, then the 10,000 points equates to $10. So you can actually use the $10 and pay off your grocery um bill, the money for your groceries. So, and I sometimes, maybe in a month, I earn up to $30 in free groceries from No Frills, because I actually do a lot of shopping with them. So you might want to really consider that, because that's free grocery. You can either register and make the money, they get the free grocery, or you can just decide not to register and buy, and the grocery stays with them. So I would really recommend that you look into it. And I know that Walmart has their rollback, and they have their sales, and they have price match. So with price match, let's say you go to Walmart, let's say you go to No Frills and you did some of your shopping there, or maybe they have a particular price for something and it's cheaper, and you go to Walmart and it's more expensive. So if you take the weekly flyer that of No Frills and show it to the Walmart cashier there and say, okay, this, if they are doing a price match, then you can show them that in No Frills this is what they are selling it, and then they're going to do a price match. They're going to sell it to you for the price of No Frills, so that you just have to end up buying with them. So you might want to look into all those kind of programs that will help you to extend that little money you have to be able to get everything that you need. Okay, another tip I would give is that you should try and see and do more of seasonal foods rather than buying just what you want to eat. So what do I mean by that? For example, maybe in winter, if you most of the times you see all the fruits, they are always available all year round, but their prices differ. So maybe in winter, if you like watermelon, you might see watermelon for up to $6 to $8 in a shop. But then during summer, and when it's the season for watermelon, you can get it for up to maybe $2 to $3. Yes. So why spend all the money, up to the extra $5 extra, more, when you can just, maybe if you want to still buy it, it can just be like a delicacy once in a while. So instead of making it your everyday meal, I'm just using watermelon as an example. So when you talk of the potatoes, you talk of anything, tomatoes, all those kind of things. There are things that are in season, and there are things that are out of season. So when they're out of season, they become very expensive, and when they're in season, they become cheap. So if it's something that you can store, maybe some people, I know that they buy tomatoes and they blend it and put it away in the freezer to use over the winter season, because it gets expensive then. So these are things you might want to also consider doing to cut costs when it comes to feeding in Canada. Yes. So again, I want to talk about Costco. So Costco is also, will I call it a departmental store, but it's just a big shop, and they, like many of all these other corporations, they have branches all over Canada. So but they deal in produce, they deal in normal grocery, and they also deal in normal things, maybe clothing and all those kind of things. So but it's more or less like a wholesale store. So I would recommend that if maybe you have a large family, or you buy things in bulk, so it's usually way more cheaper than what you would get in the normal retail stores. Yes. So but with Costco, for those that don't know, you need to get a Costco card to be able to buy things there. So they have 3 different cards. They call it, is it gold? I don't know the names they call them, but they have 3 different cards with 3 different prices. And the lowest is from about between $60 to $70, if I'm correct. So, but you can check it out on Google. Check Costco card, and then you know how much it costs. So, but I just recently got one. I've never really put my mind to it, and I went there recently, and I was really impressed with the prices that you get, the good deals you get if you want to buy in bulk. Yes, you get good deals with Costco, almost like at wholesale prices. Yes. So and when it comes to Walmart, I know, at least from my experience, I think is great for a variety of toiletries, your soap, your bathing soap, your body cream, sanitary pads, baby diapers, baby food, all those kind of things. So I think they are way more cheaper in Walmart than in maybe No Frills or Sobeys, Loblaws, all those places. So you might want to check out Walmart for that if you're not buying them in bulk. If you're buying in bulk, I advise that you check out Costco. But if you're buying maybe one pack, let's say diapers, one pack, and when the child is done, you get another pack, then Walmart will be your best bet from what I know. So, and then there's another shop they call Shoppers Drug Mart, and they also sell, things, groceries and all those things, but I don't think they're really into produce. Yeah, but I think their prices are really high. Their prices are quite high, so I don't really shop there. I don't shop there. So the only time I go there, because of course it's a place they sell mainly medication, but then it's also a big store. So it's like medication and will I call it a convenience store? Yes, so but I don't even do medication with them because the medication I find it also more expensive. So if the No Frills I shop at has a pharmacy, then I go to the pharmacy. But if they don't have, I normally check out Walmart pharmacy. But and then maybe especially if the only thing that will make me to go to Shoppers Drug Mart is maybe, let's say for example, where I stay now, we don't have any Walmart close by. You have to go to the other city, and then the No Frills that we have doesn't have a pharmacy. So that's the only thing that makes me to go to Shoppers. Otherwise, whenever I have the opportunity, I avoid shopping with Shoppers Drug Mart. So that's my own personal experience. Other people might have different views, but you might want to check it out by yourself. Don't just walk in and say, oh, let's go shopping. You might buy something for, let's say, $20, and elsewhere is about $6 less than what you bought it for. So just check. Don't be in a hurry to give anyone your money. It's your money. Hold it tight. Yeah, so for basic household good items such as maybe brooms, dustpans, plastic containers for those that like to cook in bulk and pack in the fridge, bathing buckets, plates, spoons, all those things that you want to use and kind of stock your home as a newcomer in Canada, I would recommend that you check out a dollar store, or either Dollarama, Dollar Tree, whatever kind of dollar store that is around you. You would find very good deals and good prices for these things. So check them out before checking Walmart. Yes, because they have really good prices. For example, I make clothes and all that, and I'm going to be sharing with you guys, if you're interested, how to make simple outfits for yourself, especially when you consider the price of making Nigerian and African outfits. So, but that's by the way. So one of those days I went to Walmart. I wanted to buy sewing thread, and I bought it for $8, as in tax inclusive, everything, $8, one small piece of thread. And I was so angry. I was a newcomer then. I was like, is this how I'm going to do business? If to sew somebody's clothes only one reel of thread is $8, how much am I even going to charge? But then later on, when I went to check out the dollar store, I found out that I could buy about 5 or 6 pieces of, as in reels of sewing thread for maybe about $2 in a pack. And I was so angry. Yeah. So I would just recommend to you, anything you want to buy when it comes to these things I've mentioned, your normal things that you need to manage your home, plates, spoons, all those things, buckets for bathing, cleaning liquid for your toilet, all those things, you might want to check out the dollar store first before you check out any other shop. You'll definitely, not just likely, you'll definitely get good deals for your pocket. Yes. So another thing I also want to put out there, not everything that is in dollar store will be of the highest quality. They do have quality stuff. I buy things from there and all that. So, but when it comes to, maybe I've noticed that maybe their paper towel is very soft, as in it's not the best quality, so I don't really buy that from them. And you might, in your experimenting, you might also find out that maybe one or two things don't really work very well for you. So, but besides that, I get a lot of things from there, and they do serve their purpose for a long time. So I really recommend checking out the dollar store if you don't want to finish all your money setting up your house. So, and then when we come to the almighty Nigerian stroke African food, for those that love Nigerian dishes, I would recommend that you bring as much food stuff as you can from home, especially you package them in the way that will make them acceptable. I'm sure that if you go online, you'll be able to find out how you can package things like dry fish, stock fish, and all those things in a way that will make them agree to, for you to bring them into Canada. So, because the prices here are very, very crippling. When I was coming, I didn't really know. My husband he discouraged me, said, don't buy all those things. You know, it took me a while for me to finally get my papers. He didn't want any distraction. He didn't want them to put me aside and start questioning me, all those things. But if I had known, I would have brought, maybe I wouldn't bring any clothes. I would just buy my Nigerian food, because I love my Nigerian food so much. So that's by the way. So just bring as many as you can, you know, because it's very expensive here. You can go to a Nigerian store with, let's say, $300, and you'll come out with just 2 nylon bags that are almost empty. And you'll be like, where did the money go? But if you use that same amount and go to, let's say, a normal shop, grocery shop in Canada here, in fact, maybe you won't be able to finish buying everything, because your shopping cart will be full, and you will use it for maybe weeks. So I'm sure you don't want to be spending your money on Nigerian food like that. So, and for those that are already here, maybe the ones they brought have finished. Some people order online, you know, some people make arrangements with their family members back home to package something for them and send it through courier services. I've never used that option, but that's an option that some people use. So, but I'll also, for me, I've been able to, since I don't do that option of telling people from home to send, I have found out, you know, ways of being able to cook Nigerian food, or at least foods that taste very much like our Nigerian food, on a budget. So, and I'm going to be sharing lots of those recipes too on this channel. So you can use the minimum quantity of Nigerian ingredients and then mix it together with locally sourced, you know, produce here, and you cook food that you will eat, and when you're done, you just relax and be fanning yourself, and you think you're in Nigeria. Yes. So I'm gonna be sharing some of those things, because I know you need to save your money. I had that issue when I came. Money was very tight, you know. So, and I know that you need to save money too. So I'm gonna be sharing all that. So if you have, I'm gonna stop here. I didn't want the video to be long, but it's getting to be too long. But in case anyone, let's say you have any more questions with regards to this grocery shopping tips, please kindly leave them in the comment section, and I will make sure to answer them. If I end up getting lots of questions, I might compile them into, you know, use them and make another video, so that you can have it all in one place. But if not, I'll just answer the questions individually, you know. And I also appeal to people that are already in Canada and they have other ideas that can help, you know, newcomers to be able to settle in. Because unfortunately, I found out that sometimes sharing information is not our best part, you know, it's not the best, it's not a part of us in Nigeria. I'm sorry to say, but that's the truth. But I will please plead with us, those that have other tips that will help others to save money and be able to get settled in this place. Because food, if you've not eaten, if you've not taken care of yourself, you can't really settle in. So please, let's help out one another. Kindly drop those tips also that you feel that will be helpful to the newcomers to be able to adjust into Canada. And so please like, share, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. I'm going to definitely be touching as many things as I remember, as you request, based on how I was able to settle into Canada and how you can settle into Canada. So please, if you subscribe, then you'll be able to get notification when I upload new content. Thank you so much for watching and welcome to Canada. Bye.